Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mic check. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Horsburgh Gymnasium here on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. I'm Sarazucci, excited to bring you tonight's broadcast. Between these two teams, this nice matchup tonight, Case Western Reserve University taking on the visiting Hiram Terriers, who come in 5-13 on the season, just 1-3 on the road. Haven't played a whole lot of true road games. They've played 10 neutral site games and 4 home games as well this season. And they'll be trying to turn the ship around after their last outing against DePaul. They were defeated 3-0. The match before that, a 3-0 victory over Washington and Jefferson. So a bit of an up and down go around their last couple matches. They've lost 3 of the last 5. And they have a tough challenge in front of them. This is a Case Western Reserve team that's been receiving votes the past couple weeks in the national polls. They've got 15 in this week's poll. Their last couple matchups were some tough ones, as they always are in the UAA conference. They had their second UAA round robin in Chicago this past week. They defeated Rochester 3-0 and then fell against the number 5 ranked Emory Eagles 3-1. And Alyssa Blessinger, the libero for the Spartans, gets us started. Last time we saw them here at home, they had a tough matchup against Oberlin, and Ria Marfatia opens the scoring, finds that back line. And Marfatia had a great day here at home against Oberlin in that last matchup that we just mentioned. 16 kills in that match. And again, 3 sets and 3 very close sets in that one, as Carly Scott will set for Marfatia once again, and back-to-back for her. And showing some expression on her face, maybe not exactly what she wanted, but got the point either way. But for the Spartans this season, the headliner has been Jennifer Ungo, who's up in that front row as well, number 10. And she's making her presence known on the national level this season, as that one is popped out by Amber Fox, a senior from New Franklin, Ohio. She's up top alongside Kate McGuire, second on this team in kills per set, and the leader in terms of hitting percentage. She's a junior middle blocker. As this one is popped up into the Terrier libero Brooke Norris into the back row for the Spartans. Here's Ungo up top in the middle, and those are the kind of plays Spartan fans have gotten used to seeing her make over the past couple years. And Jennifer Ungo with her first point of the day. It's a quick start for the Spartans, 4-0, and Alyssa Blessinger will hold on to her serve. She'll send it over into the back row, and it's fielded by Claire Brunner, but can't bring it back over. The first ace of the day. So a fast start for the Spartans. This is something they need coming off that last matchup against Emory. Again, took them to 4 sets. But we're really hoping to make some noise on the national level as they'll finally end this early run. I talked to Alyssa Blessinger at the start of the season, and one of the things she told me was the Spartan team wanted to secure some more victories against these top-ranked national opponents, especially when it came to conference play. This is a team that feels like they have a chance to make it into the national tournament this year. They were just short of it a year ago after winning 22 matches, the most in program history. And there's Jennifer Ungo once again. It's tipped and goes out of play, and Ungo with 2 kills here early and a 5-point Spartan lead once again, as Demi Yanis will check into the match. And she'll be back with the serve. Ungo, Marfatia, and Carly Scott up top. Carly Scott has been key in setting up attacks. She leads the team in assists per set. Her mark just under 6 on the season, as Marfatia forces another one down on the Hiram side. And again, a quick start for the Spartans. Are up 7-1. Up front for the Terriers, Andrea Hanmore, and she manages to get it down. She's a junior from Kent, Ohio. There was Jennifer Ungo on the defensive end, was going up for the block. And the serve will go to Brooke Norris. Norris, the libero, leads his team with 3 digs per set on the season. And she'll send this one into the Spartan libero, Blessinger. They'll set it up for Marfatia. Norris, that one's into the ceiling and it bounces around up there. That's a tough ball to recover from, and it's gonna go down once again. More substitutions for the Spartans, and Callie Wall is in the match. And Callie Wall, a sophomore from Mason, Ohio, is another strong offensive player for this team. 2.5 kills per set on the year, and a great compliment to Jennifer Ungo as this one falls on their side. And up top, Emily Richardson is in, and she's the Terrier leader in blocks and kills per set. And she'll be one of the tough players that the Spartans will have to stop. And they're used to it. They faced another tough middle blocker against Emory. And Amanda Meyer, who leads the UAA in blocks per set. That's the only reason Jennifer Ungo isn't top in that mark. This one popping around on the Hiram side, and they're going to say that one went around and not over the net. So it'll be out of play. The Spartans are starting fast. 7-point lead as Jennifer Ungo is now back to serve. Here's Hanmore on the far side, and the Spartans field it cleanly. Lily Crouch is another player who's been inserted to the lineup the past couple matches, and she's done a great job. She's got .73 kills, or blocks rather, per set, and has been a great addition and has really not gone unnoticed for the Spartan offense. This time it's Callie Wall on the offensive end. Hiram will try to set something up with Richardson going into the back row. This one is kept alive. A high ball in the direction of Carissa Zalesnak, and now it'll finally fall. Zelenik, excuse me, a sophomore from Stowe, Ohio. And a timeout's going to be called by the Terriers, and they've fallen behind by 9 here in the first set. The Spartans 12-3. So coming into this one, the numbers are generally in favor for the Spartans, or in favor of, rather. This Hiram team would like to do a better job defensively. They give up just under 13 kills per set. That's about what the Spartans average on their offensive end. And coming out of that timeout, it's the Terriers who get the first point to make it a 12-4 game here in the first set. And it's a Spartan team that's 16th in the nation when it comes to kills per set, as the serve by Madison Russell will go into the net. More subs for the Spartans. Ansley Yamamoto is in the game along with Chloe Makievsky, 2 third-year players for the Spartans, and Yamamoto's serve into the back row, and now they'll go for Richardson once again. Richardson's gonna get a kill. And Emily Richardson comes into this one averaging about 2.6 kills per set and a 240 hit percentage She'll have the serve here and go into the Spartan back row. A tough one for Rhea Marfatia. That one was tipped up at the net. It's popped up here on the far side, and that one's going to be too wide from Claire Brunner. Emily Goodpaster now with the serve for the Spartans. She's a first-year player and has done a nice job coming in so far this season. This one is blocked up at the net by Chloe Makievsky. It's kept alive on the Terrier side. That one's popped down by Claire Brunner. A nice job. She got on top of it. Two hands pushed it down, and she'll get credit for the kill. This is when Hiram will want to take advantage when Jennifer Ungo's not on the floor for the Spartans. Rhea Marfatia in the back row, Callie Wall also back there. These are opportunities for the Terriers to score when the Spartans' top blockers aren't up there. Marfatia pops this one over, but from the back row, now in the middle, and a nice job to dig it out by Yamamoto. Crouch will have to just push it over with two hands, not the contact she wanted to make with that ball, and this one will fall on her own side. It's still a 7-point lead for the Spartans. Hiram will have to play from behind as they get the serve back. Marfatia, a light tip just to send it over. They'll go back on the far side for Brunner, and Claire Brunner with another kill. She's got two here in the early going. And we've got a good crowd here tonight too at Horsburgh Gymnasium. We've had a couple crowded gyms the last few matchups, and this serve will fall on their own side of the net. Brunner once again, and this one is sent back down. Jennifer Ungo making herself known. She's back on the floor once again. Marfatia, this one's tipped and nearly kept alive. Diving, it was Russell who tried to get to it and just couldn't quite reach that arm out far enough. That's a tough play to make, and the Spartans will extend their lead back up to 8. As the serve comes in, deflected off the arms of Brooke Norris, and she finally does send it over. A Yamamoto will set Ungo, and there's a beautiful kill from Jennifer Ungo. We talk a lot about her defense, but she's also the leader on this team offensively, about 3.5 kills per set. And that leads the UAA. We mentioned the tough conference they play in with a lot of talent. And Jennifer Ungo was also named the UAA Athlete of the Week after the 3 matches the Spartans played this past week. Ungo with 33 kills in those 3 matches combined. That's good for 3.3 per set. That included that matchup against Oberlin and then the 2 matches over the weekend against Rochester and Emory. Brunner pops it over. Marfatia on the other side. Now Yamamoto will set in the middle for Ungo. They'll go back the other way. Brunner once again. They're looking to get the ball to her. She's got the hot hand for the Terriers. Again, already 2 kills here in the first set. Now on the near side, and it's put down by Kate McGuire. Second on this team in kills per set coming in, and McGuire does a nice job. But the Spartan lead is still 10, still some work to do for the Terriers. The Spartans got off to a fast start and have Hiram playing from behind. Here's Ungo tight, and that finds the corner. Jennifer Ungo with another kill, and she gets her 5th already of this first set. And she's coming off a match against Emory. In 4 sets, she had 15 kills with a .316 hitting percentage, and that's a nice job to find the spot from Andrea Hanmore. So another kill from the left side for Hiram. That's where they're feeding most of these balls. When Brunner was out here, it was her on the receiving end of them. Here's Scott Marfatia. That one's sent back by McGuire. They'll get another chance with Ungo, and that one's going to find its way down as Brooke Norris wasn't able to dig it out. Jennifer Ungo with 6 kills now here in the first set. And a lot of subs now for the Spartans as Maria Tepker will enter this one. Tepker will go back to take the serve. The Spartans are up 11 now. It's the largest lead of the day. Sent over by Brunner. No, it's going to go into the net. And Hiram is going to call a timeout. Head coach Brittany Dye would like to talk to her team after that one. Lead up to 12 for the Spartans, 22-10 in the first set. This is a Hiram team that struggled this season overall, but they're coming off a successful year in what was Coach Dye's 4th season as the head coach. This team went 15-13 and made it into the semifinals of the NCAC tournament, and they fell to Wittenberg, and that ended their season. But so far this year, again, have struggled, are just 5-13. As Brooke Fishback sets. We haven't seen a whole lot of her tonight. She leads this team on the defensive end with about 3.9 digs per set. Aaron Burke with the serve now for the Terriers. Still down 12, 23-11. Meanwhile, the Spartans are looking to close out the first set. Here's Richardson, and that's going to be an attack error. That one goes into her own net. And it'll be set point for the Spartans. Again, trying to bounce back after that loss to Emory, and they started off fast here tonight. 7 kills for both Marfatia and Jennifer Ungo. Ungo's on the floor right now. Marfatia's not, and you have to imagine the ball would like to go in her direction. She's in the back row. Now she'll check out for Alyssa Blessinger, the libero. So Madison Russell with the serve on the other side for Hiram. Demi Giannis is under it. They'll go near side Callie Wall, and she gets it down, and that'll end the first set for the Spartans. Callie Wall gets herself on the offensive stat sheet, 25-12, and the Spartans are up 1. We'll take a short break and be back. Switch sides for set number 2. This is a Spartan team that's used to playing from ahead and used to starting fast. 14 of their 16 wins have been 3-0. 2 of them 3-1. Have not won a match 3-2 so far this year. Take that to mean whatever it does for you. It'll be the Terriers to start with Brooke Fishback, who quietly had 6 assists for the Terriers in that first set to lead their side, as Erin Murphy goes for the attack, and it's blocked back down. A nice job by Claire Brunner. She's a first-year player, getting a lot of time here tonight against Alliance, from Alliance to Ohio, I should say. Played in 50 sets this season, coming into this match with 70 kills on the year. Jennifer Ungo gets on top of that, and a nice job placing that in between the defense. And Erin Murphy will check out. Hannah Fox will enter the game. So a couple new faces for the Spartans here in the second set. Hannah Fox is a senior from Minneapolis, Minnesota. She'll have the set, and they'll go in the middle for McGuire, and Glessinger couldn't keep it alive. Glessinger leads this team in digs per set on the year, but it was actually Emily Goodpaster who had 4 in the first set to lead the Spartans. Neither could dig that one out. This one tips off the net. Fox dives to get under it. Now Marfatia Brunner in the back row, and we have a quick whistle. It'll go in favor of the Spartans, as Callie Wall will re-enter this match. The Spartans have a decent-sized roster, and they like to get into their rotation. We've seen a lot of these players play at various points throughout the season. McGuire will go for the attack, and she'll put it down as the ball goes back to me at the scorer's table. And if I do say so myself, it was a nice one-handed catch, as the Terriers will take the serve. And this one's going to be played short and into the net. So the Spartans, who started off ahead in that first set and played ahead the entire time, have a tied game here in the second set, 3-3. Maybe a miscommunication that time on the Hiram side, but Norris is the one who pops it up. Here's Carly Scott setting it for Kaya Levy, and they'll get it down. Kaya Levy, another new face in the second set. She's a sophomore from Chicago. They'll set it tight. The Terriers will for Richardson. And Richardson led this side with 4 kills in the first set. The offense will likely continue to run through her. This one popped up. Carly Scott to Wall. That one looked like it was tipped up at the net. So a nice job, Callie Wall with a kill. And another assist for Carly Scott, who had 11 in the first set alone. And that one's blocked back down. Levy and Callie Wall are on top of it. And quite interestingly, we had no blocks from either side in that first set, and that's uncharacteristic for the Spartans, a team that's actually 19th in the nation in terms of blocks per set, and this one is put down in a nice spot by McGuire, Kate McGuire, and the diving Jennifer Ungo couldn't get to it. So the Spartans starting to take the lead for a moment, but the Terriers not going anywhere. It's a 6-4 game here in the second set. They look like they've settled into this one a lot better than they did in that first set. The Spartans led by as many as 12, as Wall will go for Scott going up for Levy. Now it's Richardson on the other side, and she'll put it down, and a nice job by Hiram staying in this one after it looked like the game was getting out of hand in that first set, which finished 25-12. So that 13-point margin was the largest at any point. Here's Scott going for Callie Wall. This one is pushed back on the other end by Carissa Zelenek. Goes back in the wall in the middle. Now Scott going for it herself. And it's kept alive. Scott and Levy, they'll pop it back up, and it'll go just outside that line. You can see Zelenak was going to pop it back up. Her teammates doing a nice job to communicate with her that that was going to go out, and she let it go. And that allows Hiram to tie things up here, 6-6. Scott Levy, she'll just try to punch it over and couldn't get enough on it. Falls on her own side, and Hiram has taken the lead. For just the third time in all of those moments coming here in the second set. As Wall tries to change that, and it's gonna be out. Couldn't keep it in along that far side line. Erin Burke keeps her serve. Hiram on a nice run here. They've taken now a 2-point lead as Wall goes into the back row this time. This time it falls in. They're gonna say that was in on the line. Hiram thought it was out, it looked like. Callie Wall with her third kill of the night. Actually, they're going to change that. They're going to say that was out past the line. So goes from a kill, what we thought was a kill, to an attack error by Callie Wall. And with Hiram's largest lead of the night, Coach Karen Farrell will take a timeout for the Spartans. The Spartans would love to come out of tonight with a win because they've got a long break after tonight. They won't play for another 11 days. They'll take on Carnegie Mellon and the University of Chicago in the third UAA round robin over in the Boston area at Brandeis. And then they'll return home for Senior Day. That'll be a tough matchup against Otterbein. A game on October 28th right here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. And that'll be the final home game of the season for the Spartans. Ansley Yamato with the serve. Going in the middle for Richardson. And that one is in. And Emily Richardson now with 6 kills on the night. And Hiram starting to get some more energy on their sideline. Sophia Gradina checks into this one. She'll have the serve. Now it's Levy in the middle. She'll go too long with that. Oh, they're going to say it was deflected up in the middle. That was a close call there, but it'll go in favor of the Spartans. 10-8 now is the Terrier lead here in the second set. The Spartans, again, already took the first one, a score of 25-12, but again, the Terriers have really settled in here in the second set. This one popped up, and now Brunner trying to push it over. Yamato's under it. Now Blessinger, they'll go for Marfatia on the far side. It's punched right back. Goodpaster is there. This one tight. Levy pops it down. Kaya Levy doing a nice job. Hasn't played a whole lot this season. This is just her 7th set of the year. But she's already got a couple of kills. Richardson. Goodpaster's under it. Another dig for her. Now Marfatia, and it's blocked back. Is that going to stay in play? They're going to say that's out. So it's another Spartan point. That knots things up here in the second. Goodpaster's serve. Norris couldn't field it cleanly, and it's an ace for the Spartans. They regain the lead. They're on a 4-0 run now and are trying to pull away just like they did early in that first set. Yamamoto sliding Blessinger there as well. Now Aaron Murphy just pushes it over. They'll go to Brunner and an early whistle once again. They're going to say a double touch on the Terriers' side, so the Spartans extend their lead. It's a Spartan team that's enjoyed playing on the offensive today, and there's an attack error by Aaron Murphy, but up until that point, they're hitting .452. On the other side, Hiram, not too bad either. .310 is their hitting percentage on the night. And this is a Spartan team that leads their conference in that category. And they'll put it down with Aaron Murphy on the near side. For Murphy, just her 14th kill of the season. But has played most of this second set here. She's alongside Marfatia and Jennifer Ungo now. A tough lineup to face if you're against the Spartans. Here's Yamamoto. She'll go for Marfatia. It's tipped and kept alive. Now Norris. She'll go. And the Spartans block it back. But this one is popped down inside that line, as a couple substitutions will be made on the Terrier side. The lead cut down to just one. It's Amber Fox with the kill. And Kate McGuire re-enters, so she'll be up top as well, along with Claire Brunner. Here's Jennifer Ungo. And it looked like that was going to fall. We couldn't tell which side. Jennifer Ungo pulled her hand back. But it falls on the Spartan side, and the Terriers will tie the match up once again, trying to retake the lead. Fishback serve. Marfatia is under it. Now Murphy going for another kill, and this time Norris digs it out nicely. It's punched over by Fox. Yamamoto going for Marfatia, and this one is sent back down. Amber Fox with a nice couple of plays. Fishback will set for Brunner. This one deflects off of Ansley Yamamoto, and it'll go out. And Hiram back on top. And they've got the last 3 in a row now, with Fishback on the serve. Jennifer Ungo on the attack. Can't get it down. Murphy. And the Spartans will reset. Yamamoto tight for Ungo. She'll push this into the back row and finds that back corner. A nice job by Jennifer Ungo. Nice touch on that ball. We're used to seeing that strong arm, but this time it's a little bit of finesse for her, as the Spartans bring Hannah Fox back in to serve. Carly Scott also back in as well. And Scott's got 15 assists on the night. Fox's serve on the other side, fielded by Brunner. Now Fox will have to dig it out. She'll send it over. Fishback will set for McGuire. Jennifer Ungo blocks it back down. Haven't seen a lot of that tonight, but a timely block for one of the top in the nation at doing so. Amber Fox goes too long that time, and the Spartans take a 2-point lead. We'll have a timeout from the Terriers as the Spartans have started to regain some momentum. 16-14 in set number 2. So a much tighter second set than the first one. Again, the first one was 25-12 in favor of the Spartans, but the second set, just a 2-point lead, 16-14, as the home team trying to pull away, but the Terriers not allowing them to do so just that easily. There's a good example of it. Amber Fox with another kill, and she started to come alive in the last couple plays for the Terriers. Now 3 kills on the night, all of them here in the second set. Claire Brunner with the serve. Good passer is under it. Now Scott will set for Marfatia. That one's flat down that line. It looked like it popped up into the ceiling, and it falls in favor of the Spartans. Leads back up to 2. And it's Marfatia with the serve. Norris is there. Now Fishback. She'll set. Diving. Blessinger couldn't get to it. And it's Andrea Hanmore with her 5th kill of the night. It's been scoring by committee for Hiram. Emily Richardson with 6, Kate McGuire and Andrea Hanmore both with 5 now. Whereas on the Spartan side, it's been the majority, Jennifer Ungo and Rhea Marfatia each with 9, and then a committee after that, including Kaya Levy with 3. There's good passer. She'll get herself 1 as well. And a nice job getting it in the back corner. That's a tough play to make, as Kaya Levy will check back in. Ungo with the serve. Hanmore trying to get it down for the Terriers. Now Marfatia coming up from the back row. And the set, Hanmore once again. Fox is under it. Scott, tight, Levy. That one's sent back down. Hiram thought Levy made contact with the net. Instead, it's Emily Goodpaster with back-to-back kills. And Goodpaster has come alive in this second set as well and helped push the Spartans' lead up to 3. This one's going to fall out of play on the Spartans' side. They're up to 20, and another timeout from Hiram as this 4-point lead, the largest of the set for the Spartans, 20-16. It's a Terrier team that has to adapt because they don't have Kayla Franks in the lineup. She was a 2021 All-NCAC first team selection. She's sort of an all-around player, but has 3 digs per set on the year and about 1.5 kills per set as well. And it's Emily Richardson getting herself another kill, and she's got 7 in 2 sets here tonight. Not making this easy for the Spartans. We saw a similar story when the Spartans took on Oberlin last week. They took a lead in the 3rd set, and Oberlin came storming back to tie things up at 24 before the Spartans finally took over and won 26-24 in the 3rd set to close things out. Then after that, shortly after that, the Spartans' 7-game win streak was ended on Sunday against Emory, that matchup we talked about. And Emory, the number 5 ranked team in the country, a very tough team. The Spartans took them to 4 sets, and they're trying to bounce back and gain some momentum heading into their next UAA matchup this weekend against Carnegie Mellon, as this one pops out in favor of Case Western Reserve once again. the serve will go to Ansley Yamamoto. And Yamamoto has 8 assists on the night, along with 3 digs. She'll set this one for Levy, and that one's going to be too strong. As Sophia Gradina will re-enter the game for the Terriers. She'll have the serve. This one arcs its way back to Emily. Good pass to this time. Levy's all over it and gets it down where it needs to go. That's 4 kills now for Kaya Levy. Again, a player who hasn't had a lot of experience this season, getting good time tonight and taking advantage of it. That one's going to fall just past the back line. Nearly another ace for Goodpaster. Instead, it'll go out. Still a 4-point lead for the Spartans, 23-19. As Emily Richardson with the serve. Emily Goodpaster is under it. Now Marfatia on the far side. That one was tipped out of bounds. And set point for the Spartans. They're trying to make this a 2-0 match as they bring Jennifer Ungo back in. She's up top with Erin Murphy and Rhea Marfatia. Blessinger serve. Brunner. It's in a tough spot for the Terriers. They get it over. Now they'll set it for Ungo. Norris is under it this time. This one's pushed to the back row. Goodpaster's there. This time Marfatia pops it over and drops it down. Nice spot by Rhea Marfatia. 25-19 is the final score in set number 2, and the Spartans will try to end things in one more. 25-12, 25-19. It's 2-0, a home team on top. the Spartans up 2-0. That is 2 sets to none. And can close this thing out here with one more. Taking a look at that second set on their side, Emily Goodpaster with 3 kills and 5 digs in that second set alone, and 4 kills from Kaya Levy as well. Goodpaster on the floor to start this third set as well, and it's another service ace for the Spartans. That's their 6th of the night, and they'll start this final set, hopefully for them, on top. If you're the Terriers, you'll look to make a comeback against a Spartan team that it's only happened to once this year, and that was against Calvin. That's a tough Calvin team that's currently 8th in the country. They fell 1 spot in this week's rankings, switching spots with Wisconsin Whitewater. The Spartans talk about how they've struggled against some of those top teams. Their best win of the season came against NYU, the number 10 team in the country, who the Spartans defeated here at home a couple weekends ago, as Goodpaster's ball will go into her own net. But the Spartans will have another couple opportunities to really cement themselves. Again, we mentioned they're receiving votes still. They'll take on another good Otterbein team that's also receiving votes. In addition to their final UAA matchups, they'll also have the UAA tournament, which will be down in Atlanta this year, starting on Friday, November 10th. And that'll be a good chance. Again, some of those top-ranked teams nationally, Wash U, the only team to defeat the Spartans here at home, along with NYU once again, potentially Emory, all in the national rankings. And this one, the block attempt is going to go out of bounds. Claire McGuire will get credit for the kill. And Hiram takes a lead. Again, they took a lead in that second set at a couple different points. Here it's a 3-2 lead. That one tipped off the net, and that was maybe just enough to redirect it. And it looked like Marfatia couldn't field it. Goodpaster couldn't find it. So an ace for the Terriers. Brooke Norris will keep her serve. Make that back-to-back. And that extends this lead, and Coach Karen Farrell will take a timeout. 5-2 here in the third set. Hiram on top. Norris will keep her serve, and she's helped this Terrier team take a 5-2 lead and make that 6-2 as Jennifer Ungo can't direct that in play. Blessinger is up to field, and now Scott Tight. The Spartans trying to take some momentum back. They got it back towards the end of the first set, and this one is tipped off the net, it looks like, and it'll go out of play. And again, if you look at that second set, it was Emily Goodpaster and Kaya Levy who came into the lineup and really got going. But Rhea Marfatia also had 5 kills as well, and maybe they'll look to her to spark some offense once again. She's the one who takes this serve. It's sent back. Now it's good past her. She'll try to pop this one over. That's another one for her. And that's 4 now on the night. Tied for third most on this Spartan team. And good past her on the season, averaging just 0.43 kills per set. But has certainly improved that number here tonight. She'll pop this one over. Richardson sends it right back. And this one unable to be fielded by Sude Naz Hiram, who checks into the game here in the third set. She's a first-year player from Dallas, Texas. Sent over by Aaron Burke, and now Emily Goodpaster with another kill. And Goodpaster has continued right on cue and has gotten 2 here early in the third set. Carolyn Shellhouse also in the game for the Spartans. She tips that one up at the net. They'll go to the back row. Marfa Tia will send it over. Now the tight set for Richardson. She gets it down. Emily Richardson and Coach Dye is hyped up as the Terriers up 8-5. Again, they led by as much as 3 in the second set at a couple different points, but were unable to hold on to it, with the Spartans coming back each time, and this one will go into their own net. Ansley Yamato coming back in alongside Gwendolyn Hayes for the Spartans. And it's Yamato to take the serve. She had 8 assists in that second set to push her total to 11 overall. There's Brunner, and Hayes blocks it back down, but it's gonna go down on the Spartan side. Richardson and Brunner are up top. Alongside Brooke Norris, the libero, and that's a tough play. And it keeps this Hiram lead at 3. Yamato will set in the middle now for Hayes, and Fox just sends it over. And this one will go in favor of the Spartans, as it was on track to go out. Norris, 2 hands, fields it, and it's going to go out too strong that time from Fox. It's Emily Goodpaster with the serve, another first-year player. And Fox pokes it over, and a nice job getting it over those 2 middle blockers, Shellhouse and Hayes. Spartans still finding themselves playing from behind. It's not something they've done for the majority of this season. It's a Spartan team with 16 wins on the year, coming off a year where they had 22. They can match that number and even exceed it once they get into that UAA tournament, but they have to win tonight to do so. It's a Hiram Terrier team that's giving them some challenges, and there's Claire Brunner, who's been a big part of that. Brunner on the night, 4 kills now, alongside 6 digs. And it's another assist for Brooke Fishback, who's got her total up to 15. An attack from McGuire, and this one is sent back. Rhea Marfatia on the defensive end of that. And the Spartans through 2 sets had just 2 total blocks, and that's something we don't really see from them a lot because they average over 2 per set. But again, the first set with no blocks at all. No blocks from either side, in fact, in the first set. We had 1 total block from Hiram in that second set. serve is too strong. The Terriers continue to hold on to this lead. It's been cut down to 1, but he extended it back up to 2. 12-10. And again, the Spartans played from behind a good portion of the second set and still were able to go on a run and take the lead. Marfatia, a nice job and another kill for her. That's her 10th of the match now. So more subs for the Spartans. Carly Scott is back in the game. So back to their original 3 up top. Carly Scott, Rhea Marfatia, and Jennifer Ungo. Serve from Sude Nazidem. Popped up for Hanmore, and it's sent back. Now on the other side, it's McGuire who pokes it over and out of play. A little bit too wide on that attempt. And it is tied up at 12 now, and the Spartans will try to take the lead and take some momentum. And already leading 2-0. They can close things out here in the third. Now it's Hanmore. That one was tipped up by Scott, and it falls on the Spartan side. So the Spartans unable to retake the lead. A lead they haven't held since 1-0 here in this third set. Marfatia goes into the back row, and a nice job to get it up by Brooke Fishback. And this one is tipped over the net. Ungo dives to keep it alive. Marfatia, now Norris in the back row. Hanmore, that one was tipped up once again. They'll set it tight by Blessinger for Marfatia to push it over. Richardson, it was tipped up at the net, and Ungo and Marfatia couldn't make clear contact with it. So Hiram's lead pushed up to 2. Sude Nazidem was underneath that. Jennifer Ungo just actually tried to kick that up to keep it alive. But it's back up to a 3-point lead for Hiram. And it seems like the momentum is in their favor. And Macy, Coach Farrell, call a timeout if this lead continues to go up for Terriers. But the serve is going to be too wide and out of play. So the Spartans will have another chance to get something going. Marfatia has been a big part of their offense with 10 kills on the day. And this one's going to fall, and it's another ace for her. And that's now 7 on the day for the Spartans. Richardson in the middle. This time it's blocked back by Ungo. Carly Scott tips it over. And fading away from it, Richardson pokes it over and keeps it in. Emily Richardson with 11 kills on the night, and she has been on fire. And the Spartans really struggling with her here in the third set. And she's been a big part of why Hiram is still on top here. 16-14. The serve, that's going to be close, and it's just a little bit long. The flag is up. As Jennifer Ungo will have the serve for the Spartans, trying to tie things up once again. Norris is under it. The set tight for Richardson, and another kill. Emily Richardson is having herself a night. Five kills here in the third set alone. And has her Terriers holding on to this 2-point lead. Marfatia is under the serve. Scott dumps it over. And a beautiful play by Carly Scott. Trying to give the Spartans some life. They'll get into their rotation a little bit. Brunner for the Terriers can't get this one down. It's popped up. Brunner will have another chance. Tipped at the net. Now Blessinger, the Spartans can reset here with Marfatia coming up from the back row. It's Aaron Burke, and now it falls down on the Spartan side if they can keep this alive. And now Shellhouse will send it over into the Terriers' back row. It was tipped up at the net, and then Blessinger, that one's blocked back down. The Terriers with another nice play. It's Avery Clay who puts it down for Hiram, and a timeout gonna be called. They're gonna say that one went wide and out of play. So it's tied up at 17. The Spartans trying to close things out here in the third set. So officially that last play goes as a kill for Emily Goodpaster, so that's 6 on the night for her. Alongside 13 for Jennifer Ungo and 9 for Rhea Marfatia. There's another ace for the Spartans, and they've got 8 of those tonight alone. We're tied up. By the way, the Spartans averaging just about 2 service aces per set, but have topped that number here tonight. This one's going to be a little bit wide from Richardson, and she'll head to the sidelines as Norris comes back in with Hiram now on the defensive. Set by Burke for Clay. Spartans keep it alive. Marfatia, it's tipped and kept alive by the Terriers. Brunner, she's got a couple kills in this third set as well. Now Shellhouse tips off of the net, and a long rally going here. Blessinger, good communication to keep Marfatia. And this time Blessinger will set it for Rhea. She'll get it down, it looks like, for the moment. And as it was falling back down, no Terriers could get to it, and it went off the ceiling once again and popped back down into play. So the Spartans now with a 2-point lead. Again, we mentioned they played from behind the majority of this third set. They came back to tie things up after that last timeout. They've been on the positive end of a couple plays. We'll have another timeout from Coach Dye with her Terriers having fallen behind by 3 now. The Spartans trying to close things out. 4 more points will do it. The Spartans will have the serve. Hiram has fallen behind by 3 points here in the third set. They'll have to make up some ground in a set that they led the majority of the time. The Spartans still looking to come out on top. Here's Brunner and an early whistle. And we're gonna have a double touch called, looked like against Aaron Burke, who's the leader coming into the day in assists per set for the Terriers, and today she's got 11. Marfatia in front of the net. No one going up to block it. She gets it down. 2 more points will do it for the Spartans. 23-18 is the score here in the third set. Good pass to her. Line drive into the back row. Burke now for Clay. Blessinger on the other end. Yamato for Gwendolyn Hayes, and it'll go into her own net. Attack error. As Kate McGuire will come back into the game for the Terriers.
Oh, thank you.
McGuire's had a quiet third set as the Terriers get the serve back. Just 1 kill in this third set for her. And she tries to pop this one up to the Spartan side. It'll go out of play. Set point, match point for the Spartans. Jennifer Ungo comes back into the game. The Spartans trying to win another match by a score of 3-0. It would be the 15th time this season that they did so. Blessinger with the serve. Fishback for Brunner. It's kept alive. The Spartans, Blessinger sets it for Marfatia, sent it back, and it's going to go out of play from Norris on the receiving end. So the Spartans, after being down the majority of really the second and third set, will take this one by a score of 3-0. Hiram will fall overall with their 14th loss of the season. They'll head over to Teal College on Saturday, then next Wednesday against Kenyon, followed by a match against Wittenberg before finally returning home to take on Oberlin as they get into the thick of their conference schedule. That match will be on October 24th. And then looking at the Spartans' upcoming schedule, we mentioned the UAA matchups they'll have this weekend against Carnegie Mellon in Chicago. Those will both be in Boston at the university, at Brandeis University rather, and they'll take on Otterbein for their senior day. That game will be a couple weeks from now, Saturday, October 28th, a 5 p.m. start. That'll be right here at Horsburgh Gymnasium, so we hope to see you all there. Again, that'll be the final home game for the Spartans this season, a season where they have now improved to 8-1 here at home and 17-5 overall. Jennifer Ungo, once again, star of the show. Rhea Marfatia and Kaya Levy with 6 kills as well, and a couple assists from Carly Scott, 19 of them to be exact, along with 13 from Ansley Yamato, on a night when the Spartans hit 320 and 9 service aces to help them to victory. Thank you as always for tuning in to Case Western Reserve Spartans Volleyball here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. I'm Sarzucci, and for everyone here at Case Western Reserve University, thank you and have a great rest of your night.